Kushner's on the pup list. Kushner's on the pup list.
Here at the beautiful Orfield Middle School Complex, Sporting Complex.
I was that good?
manual buttons here, you'll see this one's turned all the way to 0.
Oh, it's input? Okay.
And this one's the feed from the board. You don't have to touch that one again. I turn it down so that way we can like talk and not have to worry about people hearing upset. But the band will be playing from that position now.
That's middle school band.
This is a middle school.
That does make sense. I don't know why I thought you
If everybody please could look to the right side up in the sky, you'll see Mr. Renna flying our Orfield helicopter to provide the aerial footage. We would like to welcome everybody here to the beautiful Orfield Middle School Sporting Complex for today's Orfield Middle School softball team versus the faculty. At this point, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
That'll be on your parking fee and fill in page.
Mr. Fulmer, if we announce today's starting lineups for the Orfield Middle School girls softball team, we have Chloe Quintana, Caitlin Madeira, Cheyenne B. Braun, Gianna Hudak, Gabriella, a.k.a. Jim Morrison, Lila Jack Rose Dawson, Kylie Fought, Lorelei Sullivan, Aubrey Beckwith, Juliet Bellinger, Julia Cesarino, Lucy Fought, and Kira David. Mr. Fulmer, do you have the staff, if we look down there, Loper warming up, pass ball already, one error. And just remember, every error is a run, every walk is a run at this level.
You know, Mr. K, I'm looking, I see Mr. Stana warming up. He's got his mask on. He's ready to go. Looks like his arm's nice and loose. He was warming up earlier with Mr. Murphy, the star of Becca, the pride of Bethlehem Catholic School. So curious to see how he does today.
Well, you go back 2 years ago, Mr. Fulmer, Stana had an absolutely awful outing as pitcher. So hopefully he had 2 years to recoup and recover, really get his mechanics down. That's what he lacked 2 years ago, proper throwing mechanics. So we'll see 2 years later, can he come through? Did he improve?
Was he practicing? That's the key. Was he practicing? He had 2 years to practice for this game. Did he do his job?
Well, we're going to find that out. You know, I'm looking through our staff lineup. We got some big hitters there. We got Lumberjack Murphy, as we know. But a lot of people don't realize you have Evans. Now, Evans, a career softball player, Division I athlete at wrestling at Bloomsburg, Division I athlete at track at Bloomsburg, now taking that talent to the OMS softball lineup. And if you recall, Mr. Stout, Division I at Lafayette Baseball, but 2 years ago, weak hit, popped up, nothing. And that was my guy to crush the ball, and he did not come through.
Now, here's a fun fact. Earlier, rumors were Mr. Stout was not going to play. He was going to pop back out to the field, just pop in to watch. Wasn't going to play, but who just strolled past us with his glove and his sweatpants on? The Blue Mountain Hall of Famer, Mr. Stout,
Yeah.
Principal Stout.
You know he can't sit out. He just cannot sit out. You know he had to get involved. And with his little brother here, Travis, I mean, you got to keep your eye and focus on both of them. Going down the lineup, I see McGinnis is in there, McFadden is in there. We don't know who they're going to be sending out or who's even hitting first.
Well, it looks right now, just peering out, we got the Bear Kushner. He's strolling out. Mr. Evans, Tiny Stout. It's Travis. It's a nickname. They call him Tiny. Not because of his biceps, but we see Officer Faust. We remember Officer Faust from his performance in the volleyball game.
Pathetic at best. So if we look, I don't see Mancini down there. Former softball coach for OMS. Where is Mancini? That could be a key critical element in today's staff victory, potential victory.
You remember 2 years ago, Stana struggled, and then finally Mancini came to bail him out. So another key loss for the faculty.
And ever since then, they became texting buddies. So if you want to sit there, we do not have Mancini at all. I don't know what happened. Maybe she has off today, not quite sure. But as we can see, he's got to catch the ball first of all.
Right now, I see there's only 2 outfielders for the faculty. They're trying something new. Okay, now we have a third.
All right, third just came in there.
This is not the time to be trying things new.
No. And you know what? This may be Stana's last year. There is a hall monitor opening up at the high school. So not sure if he's going to step up to the big leagues or not. But Stana, no? All right, Stana says no. So it looks like he's coming back.
And again, that's another key loss for the faculty. Stana not going up to the high school.
If we look, somebody's back there catching. I'm not quite sure it is with the mask. But Stana's last pitch, they didn't even move to try to get the ball. And it just came Stana with another miss.
Well, that's Mr. Holtsafer at catcher. So here we have family members. Pitcher, cousin is catcher. So this is actually an Orfield, really a family affair today.
It's almost like we're at the Stana family picnic, a reunion. I feel a part of it now.
We have the Stout brothers, and then we have the Stana brothers.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like family. And we got Mr. Evans at first base there. Is that Barry the Bear Kushner at second? And who's at third? I can't identify. Is that Merkel?
That looks like Officer Faust.
That's Officer Faust. Okay. And at third, is that Mr. Stout? That is Mr. Stout. And the outfield is, who's that out there in
That's
left field?
Tiny Stout. We have Loper picking up the middle there.
That's a big position there, Loper. You got to cover everything, and you are the sergeant out there in center field. You call everything, and everybody backs off based on your call.
And then we have Mrs. Bricati there on the other end.
Bacardi?
Yep.
All right.
All right, here we go.
All right, beginning of the game. Stat looked like a strike to me, but called a ball. Who do we have up, Mr. Fulmer? I can't even tell.
Let's see.
Team, who's up for OMS students? All right, we got Caitlin Madeira. I think the count is 2-0.
Caitlin currently going to be playing shortstop for the students.
Stana just needs to give these girls an opportunity to hit. 3-0 is the count. Remember, Stana, every walk is a run at this level. And Mr. Fulmer, you know we got a special guest right here that showed up, Mrs. Ann Corin, back for more tour. Going around giving her hugs. That's popped up in the infield. That is one out. Is that Merkel behind the plate?
That's Holtsafer.
That's
with the first
Holtzenschlapper.
out of the game.
Wow. I'll tell you what, if that was betting odds in Vegas, we would have lost some money on that one.
Well, Holtsafer was surprisingly really quick. Sprung to his feet. Attacked the ball.
You know what the amazing thing was? Stout backed off and let Holtsafer take it. Holtsafer with the mask off, proper technique, like cat-like reflexes on that one.
Holtsafer's feeling pretty good back there. Best move Holtsafer did was call Stana off.
I'll tell you what, though, you got to give Stana credit. He's out there. He's got one out. He's not even waiting for the batters to get set. I see the technique. So Holtsafer might have another shot that's out of play. Ann Corin, just to let you know, staff, has been the first one to come around, retiree to K-Fest, and officially call it Kester Fest now on the envelope. Figured after 30-some years she would know how to spell my name, but apparently not. Stout, that is out.
2 outs. Smart move by Stout, not doing a throw around.
That's an FO on 5 right there. Fly out, 5. All right, here we go. Third in the lineup. Who do we got up here? Is this Juliet up to bat?
Yep,
All right. JT. Coach obviously frustrated. Third and first base lines. That could be up the middle. Fielded cleanly.
1, 2, 3, unheard of from the faculty. This looks like it is going to be a ball game.
Yep, absolutely. That is your 6-3 standard third out right there. Officer Faust showing the ability that can still bend over. Nice job, Faust. All right, who do we have coming out on the mound? I'm not even sure who's pitching for our girls, Mr. Fulmer. What do we
got? JT. She's going to be pitching.
Juliet Bellinger.
KK, shortstop. Catcher.
Cheyenne B. Braun.
Got center field, Lila Dawson. Third
Lila
base,
Dawson.
Gabby Morrison. Second base,
Kylie Fought, second base. Lorelei Sullivan, first base. Aubrey Beckwith, right field. Kira David, left field.
That's a solid starting lineup. That's a solid outfield right there.
Caitlin Madeira, shortstop. Lila Dawson, center field. And Gabriella Gabby Jim Morrison at third base. Mr. Zimmer on the organ there. Let's give it up for him. Phenomenal job. Couple claps roll in. That's it. Let's focus on the game out there. All right, who do we have first up here, Mr. Fulmer? Is that Holtsafer?
Looks like Holtsafer. He hasn't been taking any practice swings. He's going right up cold. Here we go. Now he's starting to stretch his arms.
Well, let's assess his batting mechanics here. He's going to try to time the pitch. He's lunging forward, not a good sign. He's got to be more balanced. He's a lunger.
Holtzy, big fan of softball. My prediction, he's going to do one of those slap bumps.
You mean like a little drag bunt?
Like a drag bunt.
All right. Let's see what he does. All right. First up the bat, number 10 in your hearts, Mr. Brian Holzenschlaffer Holtzaver. Big meeting at the center of the pitching mound. Little morale boost, Mr. Fulmer. Here we go. Can Bellinger get the out? Mr. Holtzaver taking the stance. Bellinger assessing what she has to do. Bellinger in the wind-up position. Here we go. Low, outside, ball one.
Some smoke on that one.
Yep. Could be some little game jitters. We don't know. Let's see if she can iron it out. That's a nice
Holtzaver,
pitch. Beautiful.
really swing, got connection.
4-3 out right there. One down. 4-3 out. Fought to Lorelei.
One thing I'm a little worried about is the speed of the faculty. I don't see any speed demons out there. Maybe Tiny Stout. Other than that, maybe Murphy. Who knows? Murphy's getting older though.
Yes, he is. He's not like he was when he first started. That was a lunge swing by Loper. Let's see if she can get it to the left-hander from Nazareth, a Blue Eagle. A long tradition of sports history at Nazareth, Fulmer. Let's see if Loper can represent.
Now that first ball she took, she swung at it. It was over her head. I was thinking her size would be an advantage, but maybe a disadvantage if she's going to keep swinging with those high balls.
Well, let's see if she can crunch the strike zone. It's very tight. 1-1's the count. Bellinger in the windup. Pop out. 1-2 is the count. Out of play. Zimmer said it's in the road. We need somebody on that. All right, here it is. 1-2 count. Bellinger in the windup. Focused. Pitch to Loper. Swing and a miss off speed. That is strike 3. Not sure what we're doing. I had, yep. Blue, yeah, out, Loper.
Yep.
There's no 4 strikes.
So one thing with the faculty, they definitely didn't read the handbook of how to play and the rules. That's Mr. Kushner, I know, supplied the handbook, but clearly we have some that didn't read it.
Now, this is a matchup I've been waiting for. D1, Lafayette Baseball, Blue Mountain Hall of Fame, Stout, a lot of pressure. At strike 1, lets it go right down the pipe.
One thing about Stout, did try out for the Mets, but Orfield evidently made him a better offer.
Well, listen.
Play with the Mets or the offer from Orfield Middle School.
Well, you may see why for this at-bat. 1-1's a count.
He always likes to take a couple, though. He wants to see what they got.
Well, you know what, Brian? If you're an experienced hitter, that's what you do. But you don't want to get down in the count. Right now, Stout 1-1. Bellinger in the windup. Here goes the pitch. 2-1.
Looks like she's trying to go low with him.
You know, if Bellinger is crafty enough, she's going to set him up. 2 fastballs, hit him with the off speed. Let's see if he can wait back on it. Wind up. Stout, solid base hit.
Well, that was a good drive. That opened up the hitting for the faculty. Now we go Stout to Stout. Tall to small.
Tall to small. And at the cleanup position, Mr. Fulmer. It seems like Big Brother relinquished that spot. Let's see if he can come through. That's right down. That's strike 1.
We go with the righty and then come in with the lefty. And I don't know if you remember, but it was the volleyball game that in the middle of it, Stout was doing his push-ups.
Yeah, that is correct. Maybe he was strength training for this very moment. Stout, down the line, foul ball. 0-2's the count. A lot of pressure coming up on this pitch now. We got 2 down. Man on first. Stout 0-2 count. The brother combo. Bellinger in the windup. Here's the pitch delivered. Swings at ball 1. Out of play. Should have let that one go by, Brian. Coach Kushner down at first base assessing the performance. Not quite sure who's out on third. I can't see that far. Zimmer, my eyes in the sky. Do you got anybody? That's Holzenschlopper. There it is. Routine ground ball. 6-4. Oh, the ball is dropped by Lorelei Stout on his way to third.
Smart move. Holtzy kept him up. Didn't want to risk it.
Takes the pressure off Stout. E3. All right, now we got Mr. Evans. This guy is known as a legend in the softball community. You know, when we used to ride together, Mr. Fulmer, Evans would always go, you see that field? I played there. You see that field? I played there. Every field he played in the Lehigh Valley.
Like a sandbox.
Yes.
Played in everybody's sandbox.
Yeah, and take their toys. Let's see what he can do. Outfield's got to respect this because this ball may get crushed if he gets what he wants to see. Oh, just under it. Let's see. That's dropping. That's dropping. 2 runs come in on a base hit by Darren Evans, a.k.a. Darryl.
One thing I noticed, with 2 outs, those runners were going on contact.
Yep. They apparently they started reading the rule book. All right, who do we have up here? It's Officer Faust. Couldn't find out who hit my car in the parking lot. He says nobody. Yeah, late on the swing, fastball. It's got to get in the back of the box, Faust. Back of the box, back foot touching the line. Now you didn't adjust. You're going to be late again.
Now, Faust is no stranger to softball. Daughters play softball every Saturday, Sunday. You can see him at local tournaments.
Well, hopefully he didn't tell him how to hit. Back box. There you go. He made his adjustment now. Foot near the line. Now he's going to put it in play. Coach Kessler got him. Here comes the changeup. There it was. He waited on it. Just out of play. Now he's ahead of it. See how he's ahead of it down the left field line because of the box adjustment. I'll tell you what, that guy's coachable. All right, Bellinger hit him with an off-speed, set him up with 2 fastballs. Let's see what she comes back with. Always a guessing game. Right now, the mental mind game. You're looking for the fastball. Committed. Faust down the line. Faust hits it. He's going for 2. Cutoffs are out there. Evans comes in 3-0. Faculty. 2
This
down.
is actually a dream start for the Bear Kushner and his faculty members.
I'll tell you what,
Start.
Mr. Kushner couldn't be more happier. Look at him down on that first base box. Fist pump to the team. Is this Schlainer, the field hockey player, converted to softball? Christy Schlainer up to bat. Mr. Fulmer, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, shouldn't she be with Mr. Odd out there running around?
Now, why would you say that, Mr.
She's a part of the track team and one of the key coaches for Mr. Odd's Parkland High School track.
That I did not know. I thought it was just Ott doing it all on his own. Here it comes. Schlainer, lunging swing, not bad. She's going to have to keep her eye on the ball. Head does not go with the bat. Eye on. Can't hit what you can't see, Mrs. Schlainer. Eye on.
Just getting back to that, Mr. Kessler, Mr. Ott does not have any more, he's not allowed to perform at the high school.
Schlainer with 1 back to the mound. That is a line drive out, position 1, and retires the faculty 3-0 at the end of 1. Evans looking for Gene Evans. Rich Schaefer is now on the roof up there. If we could turn our heads. Officer Faust, we have a jumper. Go ahead. I'll tell you what, those people from Lehighton, Eileen Keene and Rich Schaefer and Donna Blues, do I need to say more?
Well, we have a stunt daredevil. Miss Lawler's getting all the pillows later. Mr. Schaefer will be jumping into some of the pillows that they've been doing in FCS class.
I believe they've been making them all year for this event.
Looks like we got a couple changes for the faculty on second base. We got Mr. Budge.
The bearded wonder at second.
Mr. Price is hugging the line here in the outfield. He's actually moving in.
Looks like he was just there to warm him up. We got Sobchak at first. Is that Mr. Matt Brown at third base? Yes, it is.
We have the smoothest legs at Orfield, Mr. Palazzo.
I can't see who out. Is that Schlaner out in left center?
Mr. Brown hugging down third base.
I'll tell you a little interesting fact, Mr. Fulmer. Mr. Brown, driver ed guy, right? Couldn't park his car straight today. I even took a picture of it. Of course, I showed Rich Schaefer as well, so I could sick my hound dog on him. Stana with his first strike. Nice job, Stana, coming by. Coming in so slow, it has our Orfield girls off balance. They're not used to 20-mile-an-hour fastballs, but it's working. They got to be up in the box here, up in the box. Hugging that line. There it is. And Stana, it's to Stana.
Calling the ball.
Stana, pop fly out, the one position, Stana. Now, I'll tell you what, Brian, we discussed Stana's performance. He's been working over the past 2 years, hasn't he?
Well, Mr. Brown just taught Stana how to throw it around. Throw it around the bases.
Baby steps, Mr. Fulmer, baby steps. All right, Stana, 2 pitches, 1 out. That's pretty darn good, keeping his pitch count low. Here he's in the windup, Stana. That looks to me like that came into the strike zone, but not called. Ball 1.
Looked like it was a little high. That's Mr. Stana's patent high ball. That's where it goes over the player and then into the catcher's mitt.
Right into the strike zone, and I'll tell you, it had me fooled. Stana having trouble just catching the ball right now. Not quite sure how he did that pop fly, but hats off to him. Oh, that's there. To Sobchak. Sobchak bobbles it. She's
Huge
on
hit.
the base. Del Val field goal kicker right there.
You could tell right from the start, Sobchak did not have his feet underneath him. He looked a little nervous. He started to bobble his feet, and
He heard footsteps. And what do we always say, Mr. Fulmer? Mechanics, 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 and they just weren't there.
he had plenty of time to make the play.
Yep. All right, here he goes. Stand in to wind up. Nice hit. It could be Holt out of play. Holtsaver with good hustle. You got to be impressed with Holtsaver's play. He's really reactive. Must be all those mountains he climbs out west. All right, who do we have up here?
It's just a lot of alone time.
We have Kylie Fought. EH, stolen base. What was the call? I thought she snuck in under the tab.
Safe. Call was safe.
All right. I would concur with that. Who's that out at there at shortstop? Is that Lumberjack?
I'm looking at Bear, and he didn't ask for a replay of it, so he must have been comfortable with the call.
Well, probably because he's up 3-0. Girls are threatening. 1 out. Murphy missing the tag on that. Stana back to his old 2021 techniques. Just not working. Let's see if he can get it together. Fought back in the box. Runner in scoring position. Stana with the pitch. Beautiful crack. Do we have it?
Trouble. Plaza coming in.
2 down. Who do we have up next, Coach?
I saw Plaza coming in. I saw Murphy coming out. Schlaner coming in. And I thought we had 3 people who were not going to report to work on Monday.
But like Palazzo on hallway duty, he took charge. Little bunt attempt, strike 1. Coach, who do we have up?
I believe that's Gabby, if I'm correct.
Is this Gabriella? This is Lorelei Sullivan. You know, Mr. Fulmer, I asked Lorelei just the other day in shop. I said, if you could bring up any song right now, what would it be? And she looked at me and she said, Soft Cell by Tainted Love, or Tainted Love by Soft Cell. 1983 tune. She knows her music. And then she proceeded to tell me that on the 1976 Styx Equinox album, there's a song called Lorelei with her name. I never knew that.
Great fact. Here's another fact. That was just an error on Mr. Holtsafer. Let that go right through his legs.
Did we advance the runner on the air?
We did. We call that a nutmeg in soccer. We got nutmeg.
Stana hit his first batter.
I'm wondering right now, is Stana getting tired?
He may be. He's getting into the late first half of the second inning. This has been the longest he has gone. Little spin on that. We have a stolen base. Holtsaver running the runner back. I don't understand that because she was only like 10 feet off the bag. Coach, who do we got up?
Aubrey. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's Aubrey.
This is Aubrey Jane Beckwith.
Right now at this point, I think if the students just start taking pictures, or taking pitches, excuse me, if they just start taking pitches, they can get some more base runners.
Oh, right there was the classic stand-up pitch. It came in high. It was called a ball earlier. Now it's a strike. Umpire needs to be more consistent. God, I waited my whole life to say that. Holds off on it. Stana taking his time. Seems to be cool as a cucumber out there. Here he goes. Hopefully we can put a line drive right back to him. Is that Stana's second hit batter, or did a foul tip off the bat?
Foul tip behind her.
2-2 the count.
Actually hit the bat behind her.
Well, you know what, Mr. Fulmer? We were always coached. You got to drop the bat if it's close. You pull it down. Holtsaver with another attempt. Not quite sure there.
Well, that's the pride of Saucon Valley on third base. He's not going to miss it. Holtzig's going to throw it. He'll catch it. Holtzig knows that.
Looks like the ball's outside. We have a walk. Bases loaded, 2 outs. It's every batter's dream, this particular situation. Yep. Will you come home the hero? Okay. And who do we have up, Coach? Julia Bellinger, our pitcher. Uh-oh, little mound, family conference, little confidence, a little tag on the back. It's nice to see that.
I'm wondering if they're asking, hey, are you coming over for dinner tonight?
Hey, what are you doing later?
Cousin.
Oh, there it was, a prime. Stana delivered that one. Served up on the plate, but again, Mr. Fulmer, they're coming in so slow. These girls, their timing's off.
These girls are used to balls coming in 60, 70 miles an hour. They're not used to a fastball.
A stolen base.
20.
Wow. 3-1, Mr. Fulmer. We missed it.
That's aggressive base running right there.
Well, tried the old hidden ball trick, Mr. Brown over there. They're not falling for that one, but good attempt. I admire that. All right. We know Bellinger's going to go to second. It's a given. Now is this Caitlin Madero? That's a drop, third strike. Holtsaver quick on it, ends the inning. Faculty, students get 1 run across at the end of 2, 3-1. This one's for Lorelei. Absolutely not. Schaefer was going to sing and he backed out. Sharon Allen was anticipating his vocals. And then Schaefer backed out. All right, we got Barry the Bear Kushner up, Mr. Fulmer. What do you think? He's a swimmer. Let's see if he's a hitter. In the windup, Bellinger. Kushner going for one in the dirt, chasing and golfing.
One thing about Mr. Kushner, the Bear, he excels at 4 sports: swimming, volleyball, softball, basketball. Guy does it all. And he's also handsome.
Well, that I wouldn't know, but let's see if he could get it done. Delivers a pitch down in the dirt. Bellinger focused. Not sure what the count is. Is it 1-2 or 2-2? Not quite sure. 1-2's the count. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, right field. All right, Bellinger. Oh, nice pitch delivered. It's in there. Can he get there? He is out. Nice stretch by Lorelei to get the Bear out.
That was a great bang play. She came right in on the ball, attacked it, threw it right to first.
I think he said it the best right there, Mr. Fulmer. She didn't wait for it to get to her. She came in and attacked. That's what got the out.
The pride of Saucon Valley's up next, Mr. Brown. He's a Saucon Valley Hall of Famer, 1992, dual sport, basketball and tennis.
Lets that one go by for a strike. Let's see if he can hit better than he can park. Oh, 1 the count. Bellinger staring him down. It's a battle of attrition right here. Bellinger in the windup. Looks at that, look beautifully framed. I'm going to say 0-2. I know it's 1-1. That was a beautiful pitch. Froze Brownie right in the box. Whoa, beautiful.
I would say at that point, Mr. Brown looked a little stiff on that.
Yep. You know, he got away from coaching several years ago, and it's evident now. He used to be more limber, flexible, and like you said, that was a good example, Mr. Fulmer. Nice observation. High 2-2 to count on Brown. See if he can take it to full. Bellinger versus Brown. I kind of like it. If I was Bellinger, I'd hit him with an off-speed right now. Nope. Sticks with the heat. Up the middle. Brownie comes through.
One thing Brownie did, he kept that bat nice and level and drove it right through.
Textbook hit. When you almost now, would you say, Mr. Fulmer, that it was a better hit than Big Stout?
It's tough one to say.
There's Mrs. Berrigan scouting out. Who's up do we have? Is this Merkel?
Next,
This is
Mr. Stana.
Mr. Stana has his mask on still. I'm not sure why.
It's the best he looked all year.
Not quite sure why he has the mask on. That's only for pitching. Maybe Stana feels a little insecure. Maybe he doesn't trust Bellinger. Here's the windup. 1-0 the pat count. Bellinger staring the Stana man down. Right down through the strike. Yep, 1-1. Beautiful pitch. Froze Stana in the box. No reaction. And don't forget, Mr. Fulmer, in the 5th inning, Mr. Joella will be the guest batter. Stana way late. Mr. Joella trying to avenge that email he sent out years ago when he played for the Wingap A's, and a little voice came out and said, I didn't play yet. Well, we're going to make that up today, Mr. Joella. Our gift to you in the 5th inning, you're at bat.
That was one heck of a team, that Wingap A's.
Stana puts it in play. Over. Stana. Nice contact. Stana. Good hustle.
Smart play. They had no play on second base. Went right to first. Got the slower runner.
And got the 5-3 out. Senorita is up. Not sure what the count is. Ooh, it hits Blue. Hits Blue right in the side of the thigh. Takes a little bit of a break, little stretch. Until we resume play. Looks like Brownie advanced over to third on the wild pitch. All right, here we go. Spanish teacher up. Looked like an inside strike from here, but I guess not. 0-3 the count, or 3-0 the count. My apologies. Let's see if Barry the Bear gives the green light on this. Will he give the okay to swing?
He's going through his signs.
4-0, that's a walk. Runners at the corners.
Up next, the pride of Bethlehem Catholic, the lumberjack, Mr. Murphy.
Mr. Murphy up. See what he can get done. In the dirt. Brownie coming home, making an attempt, very aware. Brings it to 4-1 faculty.
You can see Mr. Brown, as soon as he saw that pitch going, he was walking down the line. As soon as he saw the catcher miss it, he was gone.
Aggressive, Mr. Fulmer. Aggressive.
Coming over the first base side, you see in the 300 section is Mr. Weiss. Yes, Mr. Weiss attending the game.
That was a rope by the lumberjack. Fair ball. They got to put this could be inside the park home run if they don't get that ball in. Mr. Murphy looks like he's going to cruise in. The lumberjack takes it down the line for an inside the park home run. Back to you, 300 level with Mr. Weiss. I think we can all be thankful. All you got to do is just call him up and said, Weissy, I need help, and he's there. That looked like a beautiful pitch. Strike one on Sarnicki, the Mustang girl, the GT 350 woman, up to the plate. Let's see if she can put the horsepower in it like her car has. 1-1's the count.
One thing with Miss Sarnicki, you have car problem, she's your gal. If you need to get on base, I don't know if it's going to happen.
Let's see if you're right, Mr. Fulmer. I have faith in Miss Sarnicki. Every morning we say hi to each other in the hallway. Why Helfrich doesn't say anything. Spangler definitely doesn't. You got to say hi to her first. And Sarnicki always friendly.
She was a little late on that last swing. See if she gets her timing together.
Eye of the Tiger Rock. There it is. A little bit late. If Sarnicki goes to the back of the box, she's going to put that in play. Let's see if she listens to coach. There you go, Sarnicki. Oh, she went back to her old position. This is a strikeout. You know, Faust adjusted. He got a hit. I told you, Mr. Fulmer. She would have been back on the box. She would have put that in play. All right, there we go. After 3, I believe. Staff 4 or 5. I'm not quite sure. What does Blue have up? 4, Blue? 4-1. Staff, no hustle out to the field, just walking lazily on there. Right now, I'd bench all 5 of them if I was coach. 5-1. 6-1. Says ever since Mr. Weiss came, we got distracted.
Faculty keeps scoring even though there's nobody playing. Looks like we're going back to our original lineup out here.
Yeah, rotating it seems. Top
I'm
4.
wondering if they're trying to do.
Yeah, Spanish teacher. Mrs. Wells just clarified a lot of misinformation. We called her the Spanish teacher, but it's Miss Wells, Miss Mary Wells. Thank you, Mrs. Wells.
Wondering right now.
Gracias.
It looks like the
De nada.
faculty has overplayed the numbers here. They've got a lot of people in the outfield. They must know something.
And there's our very own little Chloe Marie just walking past the stands on the trumpet. Not quite sure who's up to the plate now. Kind of lost focus. Coach, who do we got? Coach used to respond. Lucy Jane Fought. All right, Lucy Fought up to the plate. Lucy puts it in play to Stana. Has a spin. Let's see. This could be safe. Safe.
Coming off the bat, that ball had a spin. Once it bounced, Stana was in trouble.
So are you saying he had no shot, Mr. Fulmer?
But he's back at it.
Wait a
Beautiful
minute.
first pitch strike.
I didn't think bounce before home plate. All right. He's got to take it and puts it in play. Nice throw over by Mr. Stout. The 5-3 out, 1 out. Lucy Jane goes down to second base. Runner in scoring position.
Stout gave a glance to second, but noticed the runner
good.
was there even before the second baseman, so he chose to take the easy out there on first. Probably a wise choice.
That's the right call, Mr. Fulmer. Is this Madero up to the plate, Coach? All right, now we got it. Well, that is a shot deep into the outfield. Madero going for 2. See if she can stretch it to 3. She is turning for 3. Here it comes in. A triple and staff 6. Students 2. Madero hammered that ball.
An absolute bomb. Stana, frustrated, started smacking his glove.
Knew as soon as it left his hand that he made a critical mistake. All right, momentum shift. Looks like we got Cheyenne B. Braun on there. I always buy my Brawny paper towels. Braun lets it go through for 1 ball. Stana being a little apprehensive, doesn't want to give up another juicy meatball like that again. Let's see what he can do. There's the shot. That's a little confusion in the outfield. Loper steals it. Another run comes in, so Braun pops out to center, but gets the RBI 6-3. All right, we got Gianna Hudak coming up. Am I right, Coach? No? What? Juliet Bellinger. Oh,
Back to Stana.
Stana took a shot. Mr. Fulmer, you could hear that hit all the way up here.
Nothing's going to penetrate that body. Mr. Stanley really fought that ball.
Yes, he did. We call him Mr. Stan of Steel. Can't wait to see the laces on that side.
That guy's pure muscle. Nothing penetrates him.
Bellinger taking the lead after injuring Stana. Coach, who do we got? There is, puts it in play, playing perfectly, shuts it down as Officer Faust. There we go. We have 6 faculty, students 3, 2 runs. Mr. Fulmer critical that they put those 2 runs. It could be a different game now.
If you notice something with these students, they're starting to get the timing on Mr. Stana's fastball.
Yeah, I would agree wholeheartedly with that. And like I said earlier, the speed that Stan is throwing, it did have these girls timing off. It seems like they're catching up and they're waiting on the ball. And that's evident because he got smacked by one right up the middle.
He's going to have to change it up. He may have to go to one of his slow balls.
Oh, if he goes any slower, it'll go like halfway. Zimmer usually quick on the inner inning music. We have nothing from our band director. Don't know what to say on that. Yeah, somebody said, come on, Zimmer. I agree. There we go, Little Brown Eyed Girl. Summer's coming up, perfect song, Sim. Where you have failed, you have just made up. And don't forget about that Mr. Joella at bat coming up in the 5th inning. We call it the guest at bat, and it's Mr. Joella. Enjoy the music.
Days when the rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and running, skipping and jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts that thumping and you, my brown-eyed girl. So slow.
This song goes out from Mr. Schaefer to Mrs. Eileen Keene.
Transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall.
All right, here we got the bearded wonder up to the plate.
We're heading into the top of the 4th. This inning is sponsored by Ancorn and Corn Plumbing, the #1 plumbing company to handle all of your needs. Corn Plumbing, just call Ann.
Do you remember when we used to sing?
Bunch puts it in play, gets it in between the gap between short and third. He's on with a single.
Great hit. Couple strides, he's on base. That guy's tall.
All right, who do we have here with the staff? Is this Palazzo? Here he comes. We've been waiting for this moment right here to see what he's got. We were shocked when he was on the roster. Let's see if he comes through. No outs. Pitch, Palazzo swing and miss. Went fishing there a little bit. Let's see if he gains his composure.
Looked like he tried to stop the swing. It only went halfway.
Well, you know what, Mr. Fulmer? If you're going to commit, you commit to the swing. None of this halfway business. Palazzo, foul tip. Looks like he lunged for the ball. He's going to get set up right here with an off speed. I predict strikeout. See if he can wait on it.
If he gets it in play, chances are he's going to make it. He's fast. He's got those smooth legs. Take it right to first base.
He almost went for another one. So you're saying the smooth legs on Palazzo improves the aerodynamics, so he gains milliseconds then.
Smoothest legs of Orfield.
Here comes Palazzo, 1-2 to count. Bellinger in the windup. Ooh, oh. I'll be honest, I came in low, but that crossed the plate right there at the knees. I would have rung him up.
The way he's hunched over the plate, it looks like he's trying to get hit by the ball.
He may be crowding the plate. You may be right. Let's see. Braun loses composure. Budge down to second on the wild pitch. With those long legs, it only takes a couple of steps. Almost like a cheetah on the plains of Africa. Palazzo draws the walk. Runners at first and second. Not quite sure what Evans is doing. Is he getting the bat? Oh, he's going. Evans going out there coaching. Not quite sure who this is up to the plate for us. Mr. Fulmer?
Looks like Kakeli.
Amy Kakeli up to the plate. He's got to pivot that back foot. Don't keep it locked there. Pivot. Back foot pushes the hips through the swing. More power. That's a swimmer's swing, and that's what I worried about with Kushner, too. 0-2 the count.
I saw Kushner coaching Palazzo on first base. I wonder if they're up to something.
Or are they just talking? Oh, rung up on an 0-2 fastball. Backwards K in the books. All right, here comes the Del Val Wizard. 3 for 25 at his field goal kicking career at Del Val. Now steps in the box, taps the plate. Runners at first and second. Can he drive them in? Faculty 6, students 3. Let's see if they can get him out. Blue rings him up on the strike. 0-1 the count. One and one. Mr. Palazzo just asked who was pitching, and that would, or Mr. Joella, Juliet Bellinger, Mr. Joella. That's who you're going to be facing soon. Nice pitch. This could get the out. No. Palazzo got away, or Sobchak got away with one there. Need a little more hustle on the field. That could have been 2 outs. No daggers in the back for the pitcher. You got to lay out for that one. Sobchak down 1-2 to count to the young science teacher. It's like 2-2 to count. 22. Silence on the field, not much motivation from either side. Nobody cheering their teams up. There we go.
Science department has a great showing today. Klinger is the only one missing. Klinger played 2 years ago today. Wonder where he is.
Maybe he's up. Budge, very quick, throw down. Good hustle by the catcher, good block.
And again, Eastgate missing as well.
Eastgate is, you're right, Mr. Fulmer. So maybe not a good showing by the science department. All right, Sobchak, I believe, what do we got? Full count, Blue? 3-2? I'm guessing here. Beautiful, outside, Sobchak. Not quite sure what the call was. He's out. No, he's walking.
Looks like he's confused.
Very bizarre. Like you're walking like you struck out and no hustle.
I'm wondering if the girls just felt sorry for him and said, hey, go out on first base. Just pretend. We can pretend with you.
You're out, but we don't want to hurt your feelings. You can stand on first. Kushner talking to Sobchak again. We have no idea. Who do we got up here? Looks like Palazzo again. Is that Price?
Does look like Mr. Price.
Kushner, is it Price? A little worried about Pricey. The guy exercises so much. To me, I think he's underweight. Needs a plus 20 pounds. I keep telling him that, and he says no. And you can see by the weak bat swing, he's not fast through the zone.
That guy needs a dad bod.
Yeah, I'm worried about Pricey. If you look at the bat, it's the same thickness as Pricey. All right, here we go. Even lost count. What do we have, Blue? 1-2? 1-2 to count. Coach Kushner encouraging his compadre in 6th grade. There it was. Beautiful pitch by Bellinger. Beautiful swing by Pricey. He just couldn't connect on that.
I'm glad he didn't hit that one. That one definitely would have broke his wrist.
You know, that's a great observation, Mr. Fulmer. Let's see if it happens if he puts the bat on the ball. Little off speed. Got him lunging. Textbook. Mr. Price down. 2 down. 2 down. Runners at the bases loaded. If this faculty or if the students shut him down now, that's huge, Mr. Fulmer.
Right now we got Mr. Yopes. We know that one thing about Mr. Yopes, he comes through on big situations.
That is true. This guy does not choke. There, lets one go down right through the middle. This is not what we talked about in shop class today.
It's okay to take the first pitch, though. He's just trying to get a feel for it, trying to get a good look at the speed.
Batting stance looks great. Jopes lunged for that one on the off speed. Got fooled, but he made contact.
At this point, Yopes is going to have to make some adjustments. He's down 0-2.
Big pressure on Jobst here, like you said. Does he come through? And don't forget, many years ago, he hit the game winner at the last second on a student-faculty basketball game and won it. One in the dirt, 1-2 to count to Jobst with 2 outs, bases loaded.
Looked like she was trying to get him to fish for something.
Yopes didn't go for it. Here it comes. 1-2 to count. There it was. Foul tip. Yopes stays alive. Back foot came out. We don't want to do that. Zimmer just mentioned maybe that he'll play next year. He says he feels like he would be okay at softball. Yopes lunging, gets the final out, left on base, 3, Mr. Fulmer. Big momentum shift here.
That's unbelievable.
If Gambos should fire Yopes right now. And I don't see Mr. Gambos. Is he out here?
No, nowhere to be found. Other people missing from this game. 8th grade language arts department. 8th grade math department.
Missing.
7th grade language arts department.
Whereas Uli, she's always out here snapping pictures. I don't see her either. Anybody see Mrs. Uli?
Mrs. Uli.
Sharon Allen's looking around. Play. Hey.
Great take a stand, man.
Oh, yeah, I remember doing this one. Owen Barnett played this one. Yeah. Take it off.
All right, we have a change in the outfield.
Well, how many outfielders do we have?
They just keep putting more and more into place. It looks like the faculty's getting tired, so they just put more, trying to sneak more on.
Yeah, that's not fair. There's like 12 people out there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 people? Coach, 12 people on the field? I would contest that. That's not fair. Evans throwing the ball out on the field. Bunt, beautiful tactic, hold save.
Play of the game right now.
Wow.
Bare-handed grab. Try to sneak one on. Clearly the students see a weakness right up the middle. Try to sneak a bunt on. Holtzy not having it.
No, not at all. Wow. Incredible athleticism.
There's that slow ball we were talking about.
Stana, that's a ball.
That's a fake. There's another
Beautiful
slow
pitch
ball.
coming in for 1 strike. Another slow ball. You were right, Mr. Bull. He's taking your advice. Ooh. Swing and a miss. Looks like it brings it to 1-2.
That's 3 slow balls in a row he's throwing. That's 4 slow balls.
Slow ball Stana is his name. Oh. Wow. I tell you, it has the OMS girls way off. I don't even know what I would do if I was up to play. Yeah, like that. Yeah, and that's what you get. You get the lunge.
Trouble.
That's fair ball. Hit off the player of Brownie. Runner.
I think Brownie fell asleep during those slow balls. Totally misplayed that. Wasn't even ready. Wasn't even in position.
Are you saying Stan and put him in a trance?
I almost fell asleep.
All right, Stana with another slow ball. Bunt, beautifully done. Holtsaver should have let it go foul. He touched it. It was heading foul. Critical mistake. All right, runners first and second, 1 out. Is this Lorelei coming up?
You're starting to see the faculty lose concentration.
Aubrey Beckwith. Aubrey Beckwith up.
They complain when the kids lose concentration in their class, but they're losing it out here on the field.
Agreed. That's a good observation, Mr. Fulmer. 100%. Practice what you preach.
Like when the kids fall asleep, one of Mr. Palazzo's lectures.
Yeah.
There's another slow ball.
Stan is struggling right now. Stan in the windup. Another slow ball that did come right down into strike zone. Still nice. Oh. Holtsafer on the blown block advances the. Nope, are they saying it was foul tip? Not quite sure what the call was there. Oh, there it is. Sobchak coming in. They cannot get to it.
That was a far run for Holtsafer. I'd like to see Sobchak jump on that one.
Yeah. You got to have cat-like reflexes. Holtsafer coming deep out of the bat. And Sobchak advantage Sobchak, but no. Loads up the bases with one out. Stanley, you can't throw over there. It's a walk, Stanley.
Looks like we got a time. Kushner needs to talk.
Oh, yeah. Kushner made a mistake. He stepped on the line there. That's bad luck.
Riding Palm standing down here on the mound.
Son, I love you. I'm proud of you. Please just throw strikes.
Looks like they're pulling him.
Wow. Stana, there's the hug. Stana has been relieved. Who's coming in? Lisa Costello. Not quite sure who that is on her staff. This is Bacardi coming in.
Our school psychologist. She's new to this baseball stuff.
Let's see if she can do some
She's
mental
new to
mind.
this softball stuff. I've just been scolded. And continue.
Let's see if she can pull some mental mind tricks on the batters.
Definitely the pacing of this. I'm just watching her. Holtzy's trying to instruct her, no different than he did with his cousin.
Oh, there's a better pitch. There we go. That's what we want. Skip the windup.
I'm looking. Mr. Kushner gives his starter a nice water.
Stana seems to be exhausted. Stout's trying to pitch. Stout, stop.
That pitch was a 4-bouncer. It bounced 4 times before it reached home plate.
There's Bacardi's first batter. Not quite sure who's up. Yeah, everybody's named Julia. Julia Cicerino up to the bat, up to the plate. Yeah, this we got 6-3 staff. Looks like we may have a merry-go-round going on here. Yeah. Kushner, 6-4.
I don't know if this is a sign, but they started the buses.
2:19.
I'm worried about this.
Of course, there's no students really to get home. They all left. All right, so here comes Bacardi. Low in the count. Keeps finding the worm burners.
It's a 1-bouncer. We're getting better.
Next, we got to bring Keene out of retirement. Get Keene up there.
Fun fact about that Mrs. Keene, the pride of the South. Ike, they called her. The year was 1937. She was the leading rebounder in the league. She still holds the Sells rebounding record.
Congratulations, Mrs. Keene. I didn't know that. Another run scores, Mr. Fulmer. 6-5. Back students making a comeback. Lackadaisical, the staff.
Stana tried to come in the booth here.
No, you knew he would. Just keep your distance, Stana. Bacardi's still struggling. Not sure if Kushner can re-enter Stana or not. I saw Stout warming up. Stana back with his lady friends over there. He'll soon begin to text him. Kushner coming across, steps off over the line. Wow. Bringing into D1, Lafayette Loyal Leopard, Mr. Stout.
Yeah, now we got a Hall of Famer, Blue Mountain Hall of Fame.
Let's see what he can get done.
Lafayette pitching.
Oh.
Wow, now we can see definitely the intensity has just gone up.
But you know what, Mr. Fulmer? This is what these girls are used to.
Now, Mr. Stout has an array of pitches. He's got the high, the low, the medium, the fast, the slow, the inside, the outside, the left, the right.
All right, Stouty saying 1 out, informing his team. Here it comes. Now he picks up right where Bacardi. As soon as the batters step in, they get, the pressure gets to him.
That's called the slow roll.
Oh, right there it was. See, they're used to the speed. Drops it in. That's fair ball. No, foul.
Ball.
Blue calls it foul. Couldn't bend the line for the students. You know what? At this particular point, Mr. Fulmer, Stana has kept this game in control up until the end. Oh, nice pitch by Stout. Reliving the old days on the diamond.
That's exactly how he used to pitch when he tried out for the Mets.
Like that? Now I see why he got cut.
They were looking for somebody who could throw over him. They gave him a shot, they thought maybe like a side armor.
Yep. Didn't come to fruition.
They called him the Under Armour.
Wow. There's the pitch delivery. Oh, takes it. Does Holtsafer have it? No. Off the backstop. Prevents that out. A lucky break for the students. There it is. Puts the ball in play. Brownie checks the runner. A run comes across. It is now tied 6-6.
Now, Budge clearly was on second. I'm surprised Brownie didn't go to second, try to turn 2. He just went with 1.
You know, good call. Brownie must have been not knowing how many outs there are, because if there's 2, he's going to first. 1, you go to second. It's basic baseball knowledge.
I'm wondering if the heat's not getting to him. He's been out in the outfield for a long time. All the faculty have been out there.
Yep, even though they have 20 people on the field. Stouty beginning to struggle.
Right now I'm looking at the outfield. Mr. Plaza looks lost.
Well, that's normal. Stout. Now Stout's just trying to aim the ball instead of going with his just natural athletic ability. Stout just throw it.
Pricey keeps backing up. I wonder if he knows something. He keeps backing up. I'm thinking he's trying to get out. If he backs up far enough, he'll be in the parking lot. He can leave work a little early.
Throw down the third, safe. Another walk.
Right now, the Bear, he's scratching his head. Did I make the right decision by pulling Stana?
Clearly a huge, huge mistake. Stout in there. Zimmer just said, why is it so hard to pitch it? Good question. 2-0 the count. At this point, Mr. Fulmer, again, I got to say it. You compare Stana's stats to Stout's. Stana's clearly blowing him away on the mound. Oh, there's a nice shot. Scooped up to second to end the inning. Nice play by Lumberjack and the bearded wonder Budge. Great tune right here. Nice job, Zim.
Well, the faculty got out of the inning, but they're a little hurt.
I don't know if it's 6-6 or they're up 7-6. I think it's tied. Bearman, is it tied? Kushner, 6-6. 2:25. 10 minutes left to go. Santa rose above his pitching. He decided to strike out and win it. Santa was better than Stout. Stout couldn't throw a strike. Santa upset and crying profusely, like a lost man without his minty. Santa walks back in now. He wants to win the game. All right, here we go. Bellinger's still in. Who do we got up there, Mr. Fulmer? My eyes can't see that far.
Right now, nobody. That may also be another mistake on the faculty. You actually need somebody to get into the batter's box. Oh, there she is. Now we got it. Our school psychologist,
Oh, is this
Dr.
Bacardi?
Bacardi.
All right, doctor, let's go. Doctor. A lot of pressure on the doctor holding these degrees. I think we only have 2 other doctors in the building, Mr. Fulmer.
Think so too.
Dr. Bess and Dr. Ooh.
Bess.
Oh, beautiful pitch. Strike one right down the middle. Bacardi just stares at it. Nice swing with Bacardi stepping out of the box. Let's see if she could get the bat on the ball. Nice contact. A hard one down. Beautifully fielded. 5-3 out. That's the way the game's supposed to be played right there.
It was a hit. They hit it in there, and again, students attacked the ball, controlled themselves, threw a beautiful pitch over, or a beautiful ball over to the first, and got him out.
Now, I believe, is this McFadden?
This is McFadden.
First time up. Let's see what the tall Scottishman can do. Ball one. Coach yelling, 1 down, ladies, 1 down. There it is. McFadden puts it. Oh, beautiful play by Madeiro. Beautifully done. That is the infield play of the day. Or was it when Stana got hit by the line drive in the stomach?
I enjoyed that play. I could see that one over and over and over. Here we go. We're back to the top of the rotation with Holtsafer.
Mr. Holtsaver, second at bat. Bellinger taking her time, stepping up to the rubber. Here it goes. Beautiful pitch, beautiful contact. Oh! You know what we say, every error is a run. This could be 7-6 faculty.
Even if she would have got to that ball, I don't know if she would have had Holtzy at first. Holtzy was flying down that first base line.
Tell you what, remember Messerschmidt would always run. Right now, I'm putting Holtsaver, as far as his speed, more athletic than Messerschmidt. Because Messerschmidt could never hit a baseball or a softball. Right there, look at the hustle by Holtsaver.
Holtzy's already on second.
Stana up cheering his teammates. The only one clapping. Coach Stout wondering why he can't pitch underarm. There's Loper. The Blue Eagle. Beautiful pitch by Bellinger. 2 strikes. Loper puts the bat on the ball. That's it. 7-6 faculty.
Little collision on first base. Everybody's okay now.
Staff up by 1, 7-6. Zimmer.
Big Stout off the bat.
Oh boy, this is
That
not
means
good.
one thing. Little Stout is right behind him. You didn't hear much about Little Stout today.
No.
He was a key player in the volleyball game, key player in the basketball game. Softball game, nowhere to be found.
Just like Mrs. Uli, nowhere to be found. Oh, there she is. There she is. Oh, Stouty with prime. Wow.
Great inning by the students.
Yes, absolutely. One run comes across the plate. This is the last at bats, I would believe, at 7:31. I'm not quite sure. Evans making an appearance. Faculty 7, students 6.
We're here at bottom of the sixth, sponsored by Mr. Joella and his corral. Come out and have a corral fun with Mr. Joella.
There's Sarnicki making her way out to the field. Not hustling, walking. There we go. Good hustle, Sarnicki.
Here comes Palazzo sprinting to the outfield.
Let's see if he can pass Sarnicki. Yes.
Sarnicki trotted and then started walking again.
Now, I want you to observe this, Mr. Fulmer. Stout doing very well until you put a batter in. Then it just comes crumbling down.
Now pitching Stout on third. Faust on short. The Kushner, the Bear on second. And we got Mr. Evans holding down first.
Coach, who do we have up?
JT.
JT. Up to that. Oh, beautifully played by the Bear. One down.
The Bear diving for that ball. And what I mean by diving, he took 1-2 steps to the left.
Yep. Displayed his athleticism. Dun, 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 dun. Don't forget, after this inning, we have our game medallions. One will go to the faculty player, and one will go to a student player. Shot out there. Let's see if it drops. Palazzo stabbing at the ball. Out two.
That's the second time today Palazzo came in. Made a difference. He really wants that medallion.
All right, last out. Who do we have up here, Coach? We have Gabriella Gabby Morrison. 1-0's the count.
Good stretch. One thing about Holtsafer, he threw over Mr. Stout's head. Now, that's not an easy thing to do.
Oh. Wow.
Students went back, taking pitches. Smart move.
Students, if they can get a runner on via walk or error, they're going to tie this game up. Ooh, a little bit late on the swing. Too fancy with the bunt.
I'd like to see some patience.
There it is. Nice hit. Let's see if the throw's there. And error going down the second. Evans with the stretch. Officers going to 3. Wow. All right. What do we always say, Mr. Fulmer? One walk is a run, and error is a run as well. Let's see if they can get it across.
Dr. Picardi backed that play up. But it's a little too late.
Coach, who do we got? Kylie fought up to the plate. Runner in scoring position. Mr. Stout with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Stout feeling confident, looking back, checking back the runner.
Stout's working on those high risers. I wonder if he's going to come in low now to do one of his bouncers. He did come in low.
Yes, he did.
One thing about the faculty pitchers, you can tell Coach works with them a lot. The Bear, they like to go high, they like to go low.
Oh, that's a shot. Loper, this run's going to score. If they could get it in. Kushner has a shot at the plate, did not take it. He would have been late. 7-7. And again, Mr. Fulmer, every error is a run, every walk is a run, and it is proven again. All right, students with a chance to win it here. Who do we got? Is this Lorelei? Lorelei Sullivan? Not quite sure.
You know, in the beginning game, you look down at the faculty's bench. They're out there, they're talking, they're all over the place, they're cheering their teammates on. Now look at them. They're
Demotivated.
just sitting there,
Gut
tired.
shot.
stunned, in shock.
There's a punt. Let's see if we can get it down. Evans ends the inning, and I guess this game right here ends in a tie. Unless Kushner has some sort of trick up his sleeve. Kushner? Coach?
Maybe a coin flip.
What? You got one last at bat? Selfish. It's 2:36.
Typical.
Miguel's is waiting.
And what you're starting to see towards the end of a lot of games is the crowd is starting to disperse before the game ends.
Typical. Living.
Where it began.
This is Uli and Rabio.
But then I know it's growing
Fell in love.
was in the spring, and spring became
Joella, why are you walking around with a pizza box?
to believe you'd come along.
And tonight, Mr. Joella is getting a tattoo. We don't know yet. We'll find out on Monday.
The bottom of the sixth inning is sponsored by Bezos. Bezos Horse Farm. Come on in anytime. Come in her room. She does taxes and horses. Two things. Have a ride. Get your taxes done free of charge. Bezos Horse Farm. Come on down.
That's the point. I want to get my taxes done.
You also get a horse ride. Right now we got Tiny Stout, lefty.
I do believe he pointed to right field. I think he's calling the shot.
Tiny Stout wants to end this with one pitch, one hit.
Mr. Fulmer, I got to point out, Mr. Gordon, Coach Gordon is walking around now.
Big surprise, Coach Gordon wasn't invited.
Here you have a Bethlehem Catholic, Becca coach, excluded from the roster.
Now Whitehall.
Nope. With the drag bunt, Stout fails. He's got to get it together. Kushner, why did he ignore Coach Gordon?
Google survey.
There's Stout, 0-1 to count.
He showed bunt the first time, but now he's taking some pitches.
Yep, 1-1 to count now.
Again, he's pointing. What's he pointing at?
Oh, there it was. Blue calling it 1-2. Beautiful pitch. If that was the one to send where you pointed to, that was it.
He's pointing again. What is he pointing at?
Let's see if we can get the play. Oh, Stout. Base hit up the middle to Madero, back to Bellinger. No outs. This could be critical.
It turned out it worked. He was pointing to second base.
Darren Evans up to the plate now. The big man.
He was the cleanup hitter of the Sportsters.
I remember playing for those Sportsters one game.
Me too.
Mrs. Uli just asked if I played. Of course, Mrs. Uli.
Right up there, if everybody looks high in the sky, we got J.R. Renna providing you with some of the best aerial footages in the Lehigh Valley. Again, J.R. Renna.
Evans with the served up pitch, fouled it back just under it. Wow, that would have been crushed if there was contact. Girls, I would advise you back up, because if he comes through, it's going the distance. You know, Mr. Fulmer, I remember Mr. Evans and I used to teach at Wingap, and Evans would always have the softball thing at the last day of school, and he drove the softball right through the school window. 10 by 10 piece of glass shattered on the last day of school. All right, Evans.
He also used to have a blue ox named Babe. That thing was cute.
1-2 the count on Evans. Let's see what happens here. Bellinger with the windup. Oh! Took his head right off
Big
of him.
surprise, big throw, came through.
Wow. Head went right with the bat. You don't see that from Evans. My God. All right, here comes the officer Faust, who still couldn't find the person who hit my car in the parking lot.
Even with all the cameras,
Yep. It's like, what's the point of these cameras?
I'm starting to think it was him who hit it.
You know, I never even put that together. Mr. Fulmer, I'll tell you what, I'm glad you're here. He did hit it. Oh, what a shot! But it's a long out.
We got to stop going.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. This could be the game. And there it is. The faculty.
Wow.
Shocked. We're stunned in the booth. We're still waiting for Blue with the final call. Is it the game? It's the game. We got the word.
We got the word. Comes across faculty with one run. Mr. Fulmer, we got our player of the game. God, what happened to this? All right, we have our faculty player of the game. Soon as they go ahead and get done with the lines, everybody line up on the right field line here. Students and faculty.
Picture time. Everybody, please line up on the first base line.
First base line, please line up. Staff and faculty. Mrs. Uli's coming down to expedite the process.
Our photo coach, Dr. Uli.
Yep. Everybody line up on the first base line. Let's go. Let's go, players. All right, if we have our faculty medallion to be announced, this player, I would say, had the most improvement from 2021 to 2023. Mr. Fulmer, who do you got?
Wow, I got Mr. Stanley Stana Steele.
Stana, you are our faculty player of the week. Come up to the press booth to receive your medallion.
One thing about that, Stanley, he kept the game under control. When Bear Kushner pulled it out, faculty was comfortably ahead.
That is correct.
Plus the way he deflected that ball coming at him at 90 miles an hour.
Took it right in the gut. Now for the student announcement. The student smacked the ball, drove in runs, fielded out in the infield beautifully. The medallion winner, Mr. Fulmer, for the students is
KK Caitlin Madero. Come on and get your medallion.
Yes, please report up to the press box, Mr. Kushner, Caitlin Madero, and Mark Stana. You might have to tell Stana.